It is July 1st today, and I thought I would do a little video to sort of honor, acknowledge, commemorate our 3-year land anniversary, which is today. Yes, I just said land anniversary, sorry. So on July 1st of 2022, we signed the papers that meant we purchased this 24-acre parcel of land, which is Empty Mountain. And on July 1st of 2022, after signing those papers, we just rolled onto this land with our van to figure out how to live here and build a cabin in the process and do a whole new thing. So it feels nice to just kind of acknowledge and honor this day. And I have a special affinity for the number 3, so there's something that feels just sort of extra sweet about the 3-year anniversary, and also just feeling just more settled here now after the 3 years. The first 2 years were pretty stressful just because the learning curve was just so steep, and we were just learning whole new systems and a whole new way of living off-grid and without running water. And it's a choice we've made, and we are glad we made it, and we're really enjoying the way we're living. Can you hear that? So it's July 1st, which means July 4th weekend is coming up, which means our usually quiet neck of the woods is filled with people and noise, and our neighbors, who are our closest neighbors, I mean, we don't have close by neighbors, but our closest neighbors through the trees a little ways, most of the people up here, this is like a second house for them. And so our closest neighbors come for every 4th of July, and usually have a pretty big party. So I think it's going to be a rager. But I think that's awesome. Like, they invite their friends, they come out, they play music, they're off grid and without running water also, and as we all are up here. And anyway, so actually they might have a well. They might have running water. I'm not sure. Anyway. So the neighbors are here, so there's more noise than I'm used to. Human-made noise. So I thought also I would share a little guest hut update. So Mike put on this this overhang to help keep the weather off the door and be a little bit more protected here. And he was originally planning to put the other triangle window in the back. However, we learned that the glass place cut the window wrong. So we had to order a new window, which will be a couple weeks. And so that will be later. So now Mike is kind of pondering what his next move is, whether it's milling up wood for the interior of the guest hut and the rest of the siding in the back, or if it's starting on our new project, which we want to have done this summer, which is a sweat house, a wood-fired sweat house, because we're going to winter over here this year, and having a sweat house wood-fired be pretty great. So we're just in the continual process of growing and expanding here at Empty Mountain. That's part of our vision, is to just keep growing and keep building infrastructure and keep making things more possible for others to come and visit and stay. And so this guest hut is amazing. I love that we have a place where people can stay that's more permanent and inside. Not everyone's into tent camping, so we've got a little setup out here. We were gifted a bunch of donated items, including this stove and tea kettle from our friend Terry. Thank you, Terry. And the whole bed in here is also from Terry, so we really lucked out getting some great donated items here. So yeah, we just had some friends here. Someone stayed in here for a week, and we kind of learned some of the things that need adjusting in here, and So it's good. It's an ongoing process. We're experimenting. But what I really want to show you, okay, I'm going to open this so we can have a little bit more light. Also, that's amazing. This is the fanciest blind we've ever owned. And then it also pulls down. This way we can keep the sun out of here. Right now it's 90 degrees out, so kind of warm. So, as it just so happens, today, you know, as sort of a landiversary present to myself, I went to town, Little T-Town as I like to call it, which is 10 minutes away. Superior, Montana is 10-minute drive away, which is amazing, and it's a great little town. People are so nice. And there's a laundromat there. I went to do laundry, and today is one of the 2 days a week that our local thrift store is open. Women in Timber, that is our local thrift store, and it's amazing. It's been around for like 40 years. It's all volunteer run. All their profits go to help support families and schools and kids, and it's amazing. It's huge. They have a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's so great. So I went to the thrift store today and found what I was hunting for, which is amazing, which is a bookshelf. I found a bookshelf for $7 and snatched it up, put it in my car. Because today, now I have a bookshelf that I can put books on, which I just did, and I had a really good time doing it. I tell you all of this because I love books so much. Books are kind of a problem for me. Like, I have to really keep an eye on not collecting too many books, which I feel like as far as problems go is a good one to have. But all of my books have been living in 2 plastic tubs. When we sold our house in Missoula in the fall of 2021, all the books went into storage, and they've lived in these 2 boxes, most of them until today. So this guest hut, as we've shared, is sort of a multi-purpose space. It will be for guests to stay, probably mostly seasonally, but then in sort of the off season, this guest hut will be a place where I'm going to have my writing desk, which I did hold on to, which is not in here yet. So this will be my writing place, and also a place where I can store books. So it'll be a hangout place for us this winter. So, look, ta-da, it's a bookshelf. And I love that this is exciting, because it's such like a normal, everyday, average thing for most of us, like to have books on a shelf and have a bookshelf, but it's been over 3 years, and I have not had like good access to my books. So this just feels like such an amazing day. So this is all poetry. These are all like meditation, mindfulness, Dharma books, other good wisdom teachings, and the bottom sort of a collection of nonfiction. This is most of what was in one box, so I have another box, and I'm hoping to find another bookshelf or have Mike make me one that will go on that side eventually, so there'll be 2. So I can have all the books. But this is amazing. I am so stoked about this. This chair, by the way, was free. So, I mean, we're just, you know, I love finding stuff and being gifted stuff by generous people and going to thrift stores and finding fun stuff to use. So, yeah, gosh, it's just, it's nice to be just like acquainted with things that were so easy for me to take for granted, you know. So making this big life change move in our midlife, we're in our mid-40s. Actually, I'll be 46 years old in 2 days, actually. And, yeah, just like having things be, I don't know, sort of fresh and vibrant, and just not taking things for granted, you know, just coming out here and sort of reinventing life and living really simply, and it's just kind of refiring certain things for me in terms of just like genuine heartfelt gratitude and appreciation for the things we have, and yeah, and just like things like a bookshelf. Like this was exciting today. And I don't use that word lightly. I don't like use the word, hey, I'm excited a lot. I, you know, try to reserve it for times when it's really true, and it's really true today. I was so excited about finding this, like going to the thrift store, because it's always, you know, hit and miss. You know, like maybe I'll find a bookshelf, maybe I won't. But I did. $7. Amazing. So happy about it. So now I can just walk on over here, you know, at my leisure when I need a book, instead of having to like go to the shipping container and schlep over there and get out the box and root through the box and hope that I find the book I'm looking for in short order. So anyway, we've got another friend coming in a couple days who's going to stay with us for a couple nights or so, and she'll get to stay here, so that's amazing. My mom and my aunt are coming out soon, so this I think my mom will stay here in the guest hut, so this will be getting some good use, which is awesome. That's what we want it here for. We want people to feel comfortable and welcome to come out, visit, hang out, spend some time in the woods. So yeah, 3 years today, celebration. When we drove onto the land, and part of the reason we chose this parcel, there's another couple next door for sale. Part of the reason we chose this is because we could just drive right in. There's already this old, like, logging road, I guess, here. And so we could just drive our van right in. And this is actually where we parked the van. It's where it's parked now. It's our second guest stay place. And we just got this canopy for it to keep the sun off. And we had a friend just staying in here too. So so this is set up for guests to stay, but this is where we parked. And when we you know, came out 3 years ago with the van to live, there's no structures, no services, you know, including cell signal. We now have a cell booster antenna, which gets us service, which is nice, but we're right on the cusp. But we have a pretty high powered booster, like the highest powered booster you can get, like legally, so that we have signal, which is amazing. It also means I can hotspot to my phone in order to work my job, which I do remotely, which is amazing. I'm so grateful. But 3 years ago, no structures, no services, just a van, and dare I say it, a van and a dream. Sounds a little cliche, but I'm gonna roll with it. You know, fortunately, Mike has the skill sets to build, which is amazing and crucial to what we're doing. And I have a good skill set of being up for a good challenge, I guess. And I'm sure some other stuff, but a willingness to live differently, live simply in the woods. It's a pretty big necessity, so I had that going for me. And gosh, I'm really glad that we made the move. It was a huge leap into the unknown, really super scary for me anyway. I think it was less scary for Mike, but I'm a planner and an organizer, and like I like to know what's coming, and you know, scheduler. So for me it was more challenging, but I'm just like so glad that we made the leap, and really enjoy living how we're living. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for following along. We really appreciate sharing our adventure out here and what we're up to. We really appreciate the support and just people following along. It just feels nice. It feels connective for us, because like, you know, something I like to share often with people is like, we didn't move into the woods to be like reclusives, you know, like hermits, or like we didn't move here to get away from people, you know, like we really moved here to get back to simple living and develop connection with the nature, with the woods, with the forest, with the land, and invite people out here with us to come along and visit and stay and hopefully live at some point, full-time, part-time, seasonal. Who knows? But we're hoping that folks will want to join us out here. too, and we're hosting events and retreats to make that happen. So yeah, it just feels a good time to be alive. Yeah, and feel good about what we're doing. So yay, 3-year landiversary. I'll just walk this away to give a sort of final frame of the cabin. Done a lot in 3 years.